So Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights 2019 was... Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Melee. I am Detective Artimus and I just want to give my quick thoughts and I guess review on Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights 2019. And as always, before I go on, you make sure you hit that thumbs up button because I know it, you know it, and that's it. Please. So this year, the Express Pass went through some changes. Before, you could just collect times and return to the mazes when it was time to go. But now you can only get one at a time and still wait about an hour, making them pretty pointless and nearly impossible to do every attraction and maze over there, even with the Express Pass. I mean, all it takes is one person to fuck up the system for everybody else. You damn liars. The best thing to do is start from the upper lot and work your way down to the lower lot because that's where all the main attractions are, like Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, Killer Clowns. So everyone is gonna start at the bottom first, but you do the opposite because that was our mistake. Maybe you have hope. Now I try to get as much footage and photos as possible, but a lot of them ended up being grainy and just unusable. Who would have thought? Taking a lot of videos and photos at nighttime, it's not gonna be that great unless you have your own light with you. And I don't wanna be that douche, just sort of filming everything I do and all this stuff, because I also want to enjoy the park for itself, but then it's just like, maybe some extra light would help me out. I do apologize. But I did get some, and it also wasn't allowed in the mazes. And again, I didn't want to be that guy who's just walking like, yeah, fuck you. You know who you are. Don't do that shit. It's a maze, not a fucking line at the DMV. Now let's talk about the mazes, because that's what you're here for. Disclaimer, we were not able to do Us, House of a Thousand Corpses, Holidays in Hell, and Pandora's Box. Because even with the Express Pass and our foolproof plan, we were not able to do everything. Because by 1:30, I was fucking done. First up is the one that everyone was most excited for, and that's Stranger Things. And it was pretty fucking disappointing. It was mostly just moments from season 2. It was basically just Will being possessed and yelling at the mind flayer. There was a lot of Will in this. No one else really, except for Joyce and Hopper and some dudes in hazmat suits. But the worst thing about it was seeing Bob get eaten by those damn demo dogs again. It is always too soon. We miss you, Bob. I miss you most. So aside from that, much like the second season, it was a massive letdown, and I would be pissed if I waited 2 hours for that shit. Next up is Creepshow. Now, this one was actually pretty cool. I loved the movie, so I was pretty stoked for this one. It was mostly from the Father's Day story. You know, the one where he's like, "Where's my cake?" Funny thing about him, when he was a zombie, he got resurrected by throwing some bourbon on his grave. Now, if I die, you guys bring me back to life, pour some Jim Beam over me, and I'll be just fine. Worked for him. There was also the roach one, which was pretty cool. They showed some projections and a bunch of rubber roaches all around the place. Now, it was okay for me, but my fiance almost died. She couldn't look at it because she's afraid of him. And to me, it's kind of funny. Good times. Then there was the one with Fluffy the gorilla in the crate under the stairs. Now obviously that's the most recognizable story from the movies, and it was pretty fucking cool. So overall it was pretty enjoyable for anyone who's never seen the movie, but if you have seen the movie, it was pretty awesome and full of cool Easter eggs. Next up is Ghostbusters. Now I was expecting this one to be more fun and less scary, and it was. You see Janine and Dana and the Ghostbusters, obviously, and the notable ghosts here are the librarian, Slimer, Zool and Vince in their dog form, and of course, the goddamn Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now my fiance was able to sneak this picture, and thank God for that because she don't give a fuck. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So overall, I really enjoyed this one. Next one up is All Hallows Evil, which is pretty much just random maze with some pagan monsters and stuff like that. And honestly, it was surprisingly really good. I actually jumped a couple of times, which is rare because nothing really scares me, mostly. Also, a lot of the set pieces looked really rad, and it's sad because this one was a lot better than Stranger Things. Shame. Grainy.
I have a question.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Next up is Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. This one was also surprisingly entertaining. The sets were cool, the atmosphere was creepy and tense, and then it was one of those mazes where like you're walking and on each side you get each of the monsters. So you're walking, then you see Frankenstein and the Wolfman on each side, and you're like, oh, they're gonna get me from both sides. That happens a couple of times and I actually think that's really cool. Again, even this was better than Stranger Things. Yeah, I'm still mad about it. I expected a lot more. That's the key. Do not expect anything and you'll be fine. You know, that can apply to life too. Just breeze on through the mediocrity street, everything will be fine. You'll never be disappointed. It's kind of sad. Now I saved the best for last because Killer Klowns was easily the best goddamn maze here. The costumes are straight out of the movie, the sets were fucking awesome and from memorable scenes of the movie, like the tent from the beginning, the spaceship, the pizza house, the police department with Mooney, you know, where he's like, we just want to kill you, Dave. The carnival, and it ends with Clownzilla. I fucking love that. The best thing about it is that you actually felt like you were in the movie. And yes, I hate clowns and I actually jumped a few times, not gonna lie. But you would too, alright? Don't act like you're cool, alright? Now, I know this one has been done at the Orlando Horror Nights, but I don't know if it was the same, better, or worse than this one. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that one of my favorite movies is getting the recognition that it deserves. Awesome. It's still creepy as shit though. So overall, this year was pretty okay if it wasn't for Killer Klowns. Without that, the new express system sucks, and there was no themed Terror Tram. I guess we'll just have to see what next year brings. Oh, and if you can, try the Monster Chili Cheese Dog. Look at that goddamn beast. 2 feet of deliciousness. It's also $25. So you know, I had to add that one to my credit card bill. Worth it. So are you guys go to Horror Nights? And if you are, what are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. Follow me on Twitter at detective_Artie. Once again, I am Detective Artimus, and we'll see you next time.